Okay, now we are going to explain, or we're going to see construction of DC machine. Construction of DC machine. In this diagram, we can see in this diagram we can see uh, the major portion in a DC machine are stator and rotor. Here, the outer portion is generally known as a stator, and it is called stator because it doesn't rotate. It is stationary, so it is called stator. While the inner part of the machine is called rotor because it rotates. So you can see the cursor. The area where I'm rotating this cursor is consisting of your rotor portion, and the outer portion of the diagram is consisting of stator. Then in this portion we can see, starting from outside, there is a terminal box. Terminal box is a place where we will connect supply to the DC machine, and after that the outer frame, this is the outer frame, this is yoke, this is called yoke of a DC machine. The purpose of this yoke is to provide a mechanical strength as well as return path for the fluxes within these fluxes which is flowing with these poles. Say a flux will have a direction as shown in the figure. If a flux is emerging from right hand side of this pole, then it will exit from this, then it will get returned from this and will come back through the yoke. So a flux path would be like this as shown in the diagram, and you can see the cursor. The flux path would be like this. So the purpose of yoke is to provide return path for the flux. After that, coming to this one, this is your pole. This is your pole, and in this diagram we can see there is four poles. 1, 2, 3, and 4 poles. There is 4 poles, and on the pole, the 4 pole machine, and on the pole there is a field winding. There is a field winding. The field winding is of concentrated type. This is of concentrated type. So we have 4 pole here, and there will be 2 pole pair. Say if this will be north, then this will be south, then this will be north, then this will be south. There is a field winding on the pole, and after that, coming to this portion, that is the gap between this circle and this pole. This circle is known as the armature. The gap between this armature and this pole is called air gap. This is called air gap. Air gap is provided so that rotor can rotate in the pole, and the air gap is kept as narrow as possible to minimize the reluctance, because air has a higher reluctance in comparison to your this iron portion or ferromagnetic materials of these machine. So after this pole there is a air gap. After air gap, we are entering into the armature portion. This is armature portion. This is armature portion. And this is armature conductor. In DC machine, generally armature conductor is of distributed type. Distributed type means there is a number of slots along the periphery of the armature, and the winding is done in these slots. Winding is done in these slots in distributed nature, so it is called distributed winding. After that distributed winding, we have a armature in the center here. The purpose of armature will be discussed later. So the main component of a DC machine are the stator having a field winding and the rotor having an armature winding. The interaction between these two fluxes, one created by the field winding and another created by the armature winding, will cause rotation of a motor and production of current in case of generator. Now coming to next slide. As we know, the yoke is a outer frame which help in providing path to the magnetic flux. Poles and pole shoes, which are actually joined or welded through the your yoke, they are made to make pole as well as they support the field coils. And the field winding, here we can see the field winding is connected in series, and they can be in various combinations, north south south south. That depends on the number of poles and the type of winding being done. Now say, see, this is an armature core. In this armature core, this is a shaft. This is shaft, and this is bearing used to support this core. Again, this side, this is also a bearing used to support the core. Now this whole portion is a armature core. It have number of slots to house windings. For example, this is one slot, 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 this is one slot. These are the slots. In this, winding is done. The winding is done is in distributed type nature. The winding is done is of distributed type because the see here, the winding number of coils are distributed throughout the periphery of the armature. So this is a practical diagram of armature core. Now coming to next slide. As armature core is the rotor of the machine. It is cylindrical in shape. It is made of thin laminated sheets to reduce the various iron losses. It may be provided with air duct for cooling, and it is housed on the shaft, and a key is used to lock the armature so that it doesn't get rotated. Armature winding. Now if we talk about armature winding, it is a distributed type of winding which are housed in the armature slots. They are insulated from each other. It is a noticeable thing that armature winding or a field winding, the wire is insulated with a transparent insulations. It may be a insulation, or it may be a varnish insulation, or it may be a other new silicone insulators, transparent insulators. Armature winding can be wounded in two types, lap or wave. These lap and wave winding will be discussed later in detail in other lectures. And generally a double layer winding may be used. Double layer winding, two coil sides are housed in a one slot. So here we have discussed about armature winding. Now come to commutator and brushes. Now commutator and brushes is what? Basically what happens if we come to the basic construction of the machine here. This is a commutator. The central part of the rotor is a commutator. It is basically used to. It has a two purpose. First, it works as a mechanical rectifier. Works as a mechanical rectifier which converted AC into DC and DC into AC. As we are, it depend on we are using it in a case of a generator or we are using it in a case of a motor. And as well as it provide a connectivity between rotating part and stationary part. So it serves two purposes. Commutator is a mechanical rectifier. So if we come to commutator slide, so the purpose are to collect the current generated in armature conductor. In case of DC motor, commutator help in providing current to the armature conductor. Commutator consists of set of copper segments which are insulated from each other. Number of segments equals to number of armature coils, means each segment is dedicated for each coil and they are insulated from each other through a thin mica sheet. Now here is a commutator. There's the portion, the projected portion is a commutator. Now the portion where we are seeing, this is a black portion. Here brushes are in contact, so there is a dark portion, and brushes are made of graphite or allotrope of a carbon. These are made of graphite because graphite is a having a lubricating properties. So it reduces friction as well as it provides connectivity between stationary terminal box of the motor and the rotating armature of the coil. So here we can see brushes are made of a carbon or graphite. They rest on commutator segment and slide on the segment when the commutator keeps the physical contact to collect the supply current. So here we have, these are the three major components of a DC machine: a stator, rotor, and commutator. We have discussed it. Now other portion can be covered in next lectures. Thank you.